First of all, Nintendo accidentally put up a listing on their Super Smash Bros. Page in the official Nintendo website that you could customize and train the Shovel Knight amiibo for battle just like any other figure player. Every other amiibo in that section was directly linked to a character that's playable in Smash. So assuming the listing is correct, either Shovel Knight will appear as a Mii Fighter costume, and the amiibo will link to a Mii, or much more likely, I would say, Shovel Knight is going to be a playable character. Nintendo obviously put this listing up by mistake. They took it down the next morning, but the question is what their mistake was. You know, did they list it correctly and just too soon, or was the whole thing an accident? And then Yacht Club Games, of course the team behind Shovel Knight, responded on Twitter to say that the listing was, quote, made in error, but despite a ton of tweets addressing this, they never say that the listing is inaccurate. Everything they said on Twitter is very carefully worded, it's very specific. It kind of mirrors about a month ago when those Shovel Knight amiibo listings were popping up before the amiibo was revealed, and Yacht Club kept saying like, oh, this is a mistake, oh, we're not announcing anything right now. So they're being very suspiciously coy, and the question is, why?
Yeah, you know, we see this language a lot from Nintendo when rumors are brought up, where they'll say things like, that report has inaccurate information, or something like that, without actually saying, like, no, this isn't happening. They'll point out that something in the statement wasn't official or wasn't completely correct. So that might be the situation that's going on here. They might be just trying to, you know, not completely cut off fans from all communication, but obviously not spill the beans before they're supposed to.
Yeah.
I hope that's happening, because obviously I think we're all pretty much in favor of Shovel Knight being in Smash. Maybe not Alex, but, you know. Who cares about what Alex thinks?
I think that's only just because he hasn't played it.
I'm down, even though I still haven't played it.
Sinner. Yeah, I mean, so Ben, you brought up a point without spilling the beans before they're supposed to. I can't imagine any possible reason that they would have to dance around anything if Shovel Knight wasn't coming to Smash in some way. And I don't want to like get people too hyped, because I feel like the Mii Fighter costume is a very tragically realistic possibility. But if there was no Shovel Knight content coming to Smash, why, they would easily just be able to say, look, there's nothing planned right now.
Yeah, definitely. And I know inevitably this has to be a mistake, but it seems like too well-timed a mistake.
Yeah.
Given how much we've been hearing about Shovel Knight in connection, not just with Smash, but just with Nintendo in general.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we'll find something else out as we get closer to that physical release.
Yeah. And, the other thing about the listing is, not only is the timing just extremely convenient, but that is such a painfully huge mistake to make if it's just completely wrong.
Right.
Like, the Amiibo site, first of all, has listed, like, Amiibo as compatible with games that they're not actually working with in the past, which is already, like, really embarrassing for Nintendo's official website. But if they're listing Shovel Knight for Smash, like, that is a huge mistake.
Yeah, you gotta really wonder how something like that even happens.
Right. Mm-hmm. Like, I would suspect maybe it's an automation error, but then you'd see stuff like Toad on there, and that didn't happen.
Yeah. It was only Shovel Knight.
Yeah, so very, very suspicious.
There was Chibi Robo, the amiibo for Chibi Robo did say that it was compatible with Smash, but Smash Bros. Listed Shovel Knight as one of the characters that you can customize and train and battle with.
Right.
It didn't list Chibi Robo there. Chibi Robo's amiibo may have had a mistake. It may unlock, like, a costume or something in Smash. Shovel Knight said, this is a figure player.
Right.
Right, that's a huge distinction.
Yeah. Hello everybody, thank you for listening to this Nintendo Week clip, NWC. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more highlights and discussion videos from Nintendo Week podcast, or subscribe to us on iTunes for weekly breakdowns of all your Nintendo news, discussion segments on subjects, games, and more, and tons of other features. Thanks for listening, and we will see you tomorrow with another NWC.